Hi, my name is Harrison Blunt, and this is my R2R1 question and answer video representation on the book You Have the Right to Remain Silent. There were a couple different scenarios in the book that really caught my attention. The first ones were when the officers brought the parents down to the station to investigate them about their missing daughter. They had no idea where she was. They kept on interrogating them, just to tell them at the end of the interrogation that their daughter was found dead. Another one was the incident where the husband and wife went to dinner one night, and later that night she was found dead, and then the husband was falsely accused of murdering her, even though he was not with her at the moment of the crime. There were a lot of reasons why the author advised not speaking to the police, but I'm just going to give you a couple of ones that I thought were most important. One was that you are actually able to get up to 5 years in prison if you make a false statement to the police, and that is under Title 18. Another one was that police can be as deceiving as they want, and they can tell you as many lies as they want throughout their investigation to make you say what you shouldn't say in the heat of the moment. Another one that I thought was pretty important is that this system actually gives permission to police officers to be as intimidating as they want in any way that they want throughout their investigation with anyone, and that can cause a lot of uncomfortable situations throughout their investigation, and I think that's kind of wrong. The last one was that if you talk to an officer longer and longer, it may give a chance of you saying something that you should not have said, or you confessing something that you really didn't do. The author, James Duane, gave a lot of good advice throughout the book, but the one thing that I came out with was that you should not always be silent, because that could escalate the situation, but do not plead the fifth, because that can be used against you in the court of law. And the main thing Duane said was always say, "I want a lawyer." And he said, do not be all, "Oh, I just want a lawyer." Be very stern and say, "I want a lawyer," which would be under the Sixth Amendment of you have the right to a lawyer. I would have to agree with the author, because I do have a brother that has been to prison a couple of times, and he always told me just don't escalate the situation by telling crazy stories or a different story than you thought. And I believe if he were to follow James Duane's advice of wanting a lawyer and not talking so much, he may not have gotten in as much trouble as he did, and he may not have said some stuff that he probably shouldn't have. Thank you, and that was my representation.